What's happening, everybody? Greetings from the Southwest USA in the heart of the Sonoran Desert. And at long last, I get to welcome you to the Scalpers Hideout. We are a brand new software development company that is a long time in the making, and it's my pleasure to introduce to you our first and flagship product, the Scalpers Hideout Autofade Scalper. And this is coded exclusively for NinjaTrader at the moment. Now, there's a good chance many of you watching this have never traded in this style before, and I'm almost certain there's never been another product that you could own that trades quite in this way. It has both manual and automated functionality, but it's built in an indicator format rather than an automated strategy. And we did that because we don't like going through extra menus and strategy settings. We wanted everything to be kind of on the chart. There's very little that you'll need to get into the actual menus of the indicator to change. You pretty much put this thing up, and it's a tool unlike anything you've ever used before. We really believe this product is going to help a lot of you guys out there who are stuck in trader hell. You're bouncing from indicator to indicator, strategy to strategy, YouTube video to YouTube video. We want to help you finally settle down with a little bit of consistency in your trading. And with some screen time with this alternative bar type, if you spend a couple days watching it, and you're going to see that this system forces you to trade with the trend, and it forces you to trade pullbacks, which we think is the best way to trade. It also allows you to measure pullbacks and analyze them objectively in ways that are most often overlooked when using candlesticks. All right, so there's three items in the Autofade Scalper package. The first is a bar type. This system requires this bar type to operate. So let's take a look at these bars here. You've got basically two types of bars here. You have what are trend bars, and those are these bars right here. And then you have what are reversal bars, which is this giant bar you see right here. And you can alter the settings for each of these bars to what you want. And the idea is that your reversal bar is much larger than your trend bar. And you want to create a reversal bar that can encapsulate all the price action of the trend. So you'll notice here on none of these, all these wicks you see, these are pullbacks within this trend. And you'll see that none of them reached the absolute top, which would have created a new reversal bar. So what this does is it allows us to stay in a trend, and it allows us to fade these wicks, and we can get some amazing scalping. You're going to be really surprised when if we get any price action up ahead here, if we take a couple trades and you see the types of environments that this allows you to trade in. I mean, it can be, you'll be trading in completely sideways consolidating markets that you would never trade in normally. And you can sometimes those are the least risk markets to trade when you're trading this style. And the best way to evidence that is to take a bunch of trades and then map those trades on a 1 minute chart that I have up above us here. And you can see the places that you'll end up trading, and you'll be like, wow. The next part of the system is the Autofade Scalper itself. The Autofade Scalper consists of these channels that you see drawn here on the chart. These red lines and these tan lines up here, these channels with the internal lines. This is part of the Autofade Scalper, and this trade panel right here is part of the Autofade Scalper. And this is where you'll set up some particulars as far as whether you want to be trading automated or you want to be trading semi-automated, how many trades per bar, how many trades per direction. If it's in automated mode, you can set the percentage of the pullbacks that you want to take, and we'll get all into that here in a minute. So as price travels down this channel here and creates these pullbacks along the way, we're looking to fade these pullbacks. And we can trade this in a multitude of different ways. For example, one way is we can use our entry line as sort of a measuring stick, and kind of find out what is the average depth of these pullbacks in today's particular price action. And that's an interesting metric that is, often overlooked in traditional pullback trading, because we're usually analyzing pullbacks to certain locations, such as moving averages or prices, or certain lines on our chart. In this case, we're kind of measuring these pullbacks in relation to each other, and we're looking at them in terms of individual depth in relation to each other, which is pretty cool. So that's like one way to trade this indicator. So for example, if you look over here at the most current price action, this yellow line that you see right here, that is our entry line, and that can be moved. And when the indicator is armed, it will take trades as it hits this line. Okay, so each one of these pullbacks that hits this line, that would have been a long. Okay, and we would have taken it for however many ticks we wanted to, if we were scalping, or if we were, you can take larger trades with this system as well, deeper pullbacks. But, every time it hit this line, that would have been a trade, and it would have been long, and we would have taken a couple targets there. It would have come up, it would have pulled back again, it would have hit that line, and it would have taken a couple targets along the way. And we can kind of do that. So we can kind of take this line and we can sort of measure, with today's price action, how deep are these things pulling back? And, if we were in here somewhere, we would have had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 scalps already in that one bit of price action there. And that actually, if you look at the 1 minute chart as I trace this up there, that was a nice little leg up. You probably would never have taken that into the 200 and the VWAP that are sitting right there, but still, nonetheless, it was a nice little run there. Another way you can trade this is in conjunction with our supplementary indicator that we provide, called the SH roadblocks. It's a support and resistance indicator, and it does a really good job at putting intra-bar zones for us to use to lean on in our trades. Maybe we just want a little more confidence. So this is not really a rule-based trading system. It's more of a discretionary tool. And we can trade this in a manual discretionary manner, and we can also trade with discretionary full automation, where we can make adjustments to the auto trader graphically on the fly while it's taking entries on price action. And I have to note here, as I do in all of our other training videos, you got to know that when we were developing this tool, we did not intend it to be some type of bot that you can let run unattended while you sleep. This is way too dangerous with any auto trader, and we implore you to always be there to adjust and monitor the product. Let's see if we can get a few good trades here and show you how this operates. I just pulled up yesterday's price action, and I set it past the open. I set it at 10 a.m. and we will let me get rid of the drawings on this chart. All right, we got our trade panel here, and we've got our 1 minute chart up above. I call this the map chart, and all it is a 1 minute chart, and I have our roadblocks printing on that as well to show support and resistance. If you get some confluence in between these two charts, it just gives you a little bit more idea of what's going on. And we've got some lines on this chart. I like to know where the prior day open and close was, high and low, 200 EMA and VWAP. Those are all lines. Today's open. Those are all lines that matter. All right. Okay, so here we go. It's 10 a.m. on the dot, and we're gonna turn this thing on. See how price is moving today. Looks like we are headed up with some gusto. So you'll notice that this particular bar size that we pick for MNQ and NQ, um, it really tames NQ. It keeps it really reasonably paced, and it's very easy to read. So we're going to kind of just see what plays out here. Um, Things I'm thinking of in my head are, we just hit this roadblock up here, which was a big reversal point. We went ahead and broke that. I'd like to know now, and if I look up here to the 1 minute chart, we are in some resistance up there too. So I kind of would like to wait for one turnaround so we get a new trend. And the first pullback in a new trend is always a great one. So let's just see how long this takes here. I may just fast forward through this in the editing of this video, so I'm just going to let it play out here for myself, and we'll take a trade when we see one set up. And I take my line and I kind of measure these pullbacks here. And I kind of try to, it's almost like when you're drawing your support and resistance lines. You try to make as many touches as possible. And when you start getting in here, you're not creating a good risk reward for yourself. You need to be out a little bit because you got to put your stop somewhere, and ideally, your stop can go back here behind this reversal point. That little yellow dot you see right there is the point in which we will create a reversal bar. So you can set your risk reward up in a multitude of ways with this indicator. You can decide how many ticks you can afford to get your stop behind this dot, and you can say I'm only taking trades that pull back to that point. You can also look at this completely unconventionally, which is what I tend to do a lot of times. And you look at risk reward from the point of view of each swing. Okay, if you put your stop behind this reversal point here, you can only take one loss per whole swing. So you have a defined risk at that point, and you can pretty much basically define your reward on how much you can pull out of the swing. And there was plenty of trades here, and the thing that you got to remember is every time this wick comes down, a lot of times you're getting multiple trades off each bar. So if I was sitting here and I was kind of using the measuring method here, I could have got 10 good trades out of this swing right here with the risk of this certain amount of ticks here, which is it's a big one. In this bar size, that's 120 ticks. So I know a lot of times when I put the automated system on, I will take 100 tick stop, and I'll take 100 tick profit, and I have a couple of videos I'm going to put up a few days in a row where this thing just killed it. But yeah, this is moving at a very kind of slow pace here at this point. I will go ahead and probably fast forward, and we'll catch you at the first trade. Right, it looks like we might turn around here, which is what I'm waiting for. So we got a little bit of resistance at the top of our reversal bar here. That's quite a ways up there, and hopefully this price action will come up here and it will bounce around in this channel and create a new resistance zone, something for us to lean on. All right, y'all, I know you're falling asleep over there. Let's go ahead and take a trade here and see if we can get a couple targets. As you can see here, I had to change, I had to get into the code of NinjaTrader and change
target filled
that from red to something I could actually.
Target filled.
something I can actually read. As I get older here, man, my eyes can't read that red on the black. All right, we just took 5 targets there while I was yapping about my eyesight. That was beautiful. Let's get in here again if he gives us the opportunity. Took almost 0 heat on that trade. I got 5 targets set up here, a couple ticks apart, and I call this my ladder. And I like it because as it ticks off those targets, you're putting money in the bank and you're reducing your risk in case it decides to turn around on you. So rather than having one target at a larger number of contracts, I kind of like it like this. It seems to be working really well as far as reducing risk. So after it ticks off a few, you have less on the table, so there's less to lose if something goes wrong.
Target filled. Target filled.
All right. Most of our risk is off the table. And there's the last 2 contracts. So let's look at what we got here now. We've got a little resistance point up here that we have developed on that last candle. This would be a option for a re-entry. And of course we still have this zone all the way up here, which is really strong, which just lets us know that, yeah, we are in a downtrend. We have got resistance up above us here on the 1-minute chart as well as on our entry chart. So I feel that I can maybe take a little bit of leeway here and get in a little bit sooner than normal. We're in between these 2 roadblocks up here at the 1-minute chart, so man, it's perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and get in the beginning of this resistance right here. Arm it, semi-auto.
Order filled.
All right, we're filled.
Target filled. Target filled. Target filled. Target filled. Target filled.
And folks, just because I have my stop way up there with behind this reversal point doesn't mean I'm going to let it go all the way to it. You know, we're going to cut this thing as soon as it gives us some kind of an indication that it's not wanting to go in our direction. Here's what I'm talking about, folks. You know, we started at 10 o'clock. It's 10:31 right now. We were in a nice, beautiful trend, and we just had to wait for that dancer to stop dancing. And here we go. We were in a new trend. Look up at the 1-minute chart. We have $235 right now, and we didn't really get too much heat on that. But look up at your 1-minute chart. Look at the markers there. Look at what we just traded through. We just had some garbage. You know, it's almost like one man's trash is another man's treasure. Look at this. That's where we took all of our trades. So, man, if you're one of those guys that's just an amazing trend trader, you basically can take every tick out of the market with this indicator. You know, when the trend is over, you could have just taken what you could out of here. So, and I'm not saying that what I did here was the best that could be done. I'm not saying I'm the greatest trader in the world. There's some real great minds out there that I can't wait to get their hands on this thing, see what they can do with it. All right, so let's see here. We're coming up. I'm feeling good about this trade. We're armed. Come on in. In fact, I'm just gonna come on down.
Order filled.
Help you out. I don't mind taking a couple points of heat. Yeah, so that was one of those trades there that if you like to take a little bit larger trades than a scalp, I mean, you could have got 70 ticks off of that right there. I mean, um, when I run it in auto, I like to take larger trades. When I'm just trading myself, I'm a scalper by nature. So, and I don't need it all at one time. I'll just take little bites, And at the end of the day, a couple $100 per contract is all I need.
Target filled. Target filled.
All right, guys, I'm pausing this here. Look at this. We got 814 bucks, way past what I would normally stop at on a regular day. Only trading one contract. Nobody can say we're cherry picking trades here. Look up at the 1 minute and look where we traded. We traded every consolidation zone and left every breakout alone. So if you think it fits your personality, head on over to scalpershideout.com. The link is in the description and you can pick up your copy. We're going to be offering a lifetime license and a monthly subscription option in order to make this possible for the widest number of people. Also included with this indicator is going to be access to our private Discord. And please be patient, folks. You may be the first person in there because this isn't even released yet. We hope to grow it into a small community, but we'll probably be using it for mostly training for a little while. And, I just want to thank you all for your time today. I hope you have seen that we're trying to do something here that has not been done before with automating this type of trading style. And, we'll be back with some more live trading sessions up the road at Scalpers Hideout. Thanks for watching.